Welcome back, another episode. In the Buccaneers episode 7, First Footing, Patty, the mother of Jinny and Nan, arrives in time for New Year's Eve. She brings with her the reminder that the show would have been infinitely more entertaining in a different reality where Patty was the main character, and the performance of Christina Hendricks was the driving force behind the narrative. Even though Hendricks is only given a few spare moments to shine above everything around her, she continues to be a lone ray of hope for the series and its promise as relationships fall apart and secrets are revealed. The setting of New Year's Eve permits some opulent set designs and essential frills to enhance the festive evening. Even so, the plot is a bit dreary and bloated as the show rushes to the finish. In the Buccaneers episode 7, Guy, Theo, and Nan had a necessary but tense confrontation when it was revealed that Theo concealed Guy's telegraph from Nan. Guy creates even more confusion when he confesses that he is engaged to a woman he thinks he can grow to love. As a result of people discovering her true lineage, Nan experiences the aftermath and, predictably, gives in to the pressure and critical looks. Moreover, Richard abruptly changes the subject and tells his mother that she knew all along but remained silent about the inappropriate relationship Mrs. Testfully had with him when he was younger and before he reached adulthood. Even though the final one is meant to emphasize even more the distinction between the English and the wealthy American characters, it is still adequately upsetting. It is implied that his mother would prefer to keep things quiet and hidden than to deal with his emotional consequences, even if she knew he was being abused, even though he wasn't aware of it at the time. For once, a scene is skillfully written, but it's thrown into a plot and a show that aren't quite ready for it. Naturally, Patty's declaration that she wants to finally select what she wants in life, a divorce from her husband, is the source of the biggest surprise. She tells him in the series' best scene that she always made sure her daughters stood tallest in the rooms, no matter how small she was made to feel. As a result, she is now able to see the world from their shoulders as they go on more exciting adventures. One of the many reasons it would have been amazing to experience this universe and this narrative from her perspective is this: there are many compelling tales of young women discovering love in a society full of prejudice and expectations that are set in historical plays. The way their moms, who are a generation above them, respond when the women they raised must venture into the same dangerous seas they have previously learned to navigate is far more fascinating and potentially revolutionary. Sadly, because of erratic writing and a dull, lifeless performance by Froseth, Nan ends up becoming our protagonist and continues to be the single worst thing about the series. Other than story continuity, nothing in the writing has suggested a reason why Guy and Theo would fall in love with her. In a scenario meant to be funny but ends up making you wince, Theo and Guy even come to blow over their affections for her. Other than telling us they are friends, the text doesn't really explain why Theo and Guy, or this bunch of young ladies, are pals. We needed a strand of chemistry between any of them instead of the void that exists between them in order to properly engage with the show and their lives because they are friends by circumstance rather than true bonds. There's nothing to cling to, no plot to follow, simply a countdown to the inevitable decision Nan will make about herself or one of her suitors. With a powerful statement about what it means to ultimately choose oneself after a life of prioritizing others but not being able to preserve that quality, the Buccaneers episode 7 had its best moment to date. The show has too much riding on the result of the romantic drama instead of focusing on enhancing the relationships and dynamics amongst other characters, especially with one episode remaining and significant choices ahead. As a result, we don't feel invested in the relationships, and the characters' personal struggles are only used to fill in the required amount of time. For more, subscribe.